everybody, I'm Margaret Lewin and welcome to Margaret Lewin Quilting. Today I'm coming to you from the floor of my studio because I needed the space. We've got an 80 by 100 quilt top here and we are going to be adding some pizzazz to it today, which I am beyond excited about. In order to do that, what you're going to need is, you're going to need about 5 yards of Steam-A-Seam 2. This is a product that I've used for years and I really do like it, which is why I've picked this one out for this little project. It is on my website and I've cut it into 5-yard increments so that it'll make it really easy for you to buy it if you want to do this project. The other thing that you're going to need is these absolutely stunning and gorgeous hexagons. Now these hexagons are from Hoffman fabrics and they are from a collection called Me Plus You. This is the simple collection and I love them. They are 20 prints and 20 solids and they are going to add so much color to our quilt and I just can't wait to get started. I'm going to show you how to adhere the hexagons onto your fusible. And we're going to start by playing around a little bit with the hexagons. Then on Friday, I'll be back to show you how we're going to permanently sew them down to our background fabric. We've got a couple of different methods that we could use, and we may want to just spice it up a little bit more with some really rad color threads. Haven't decided yet. Once I start playing with it, then I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, this is what we're going to start by doing today. So stick around and I'll show you how we're going to attach our hexies to our, where's my Steam-A-Seam 2? To our Steam-A-Seam 2. What you're going to need for the hexagons is 5 yards of Steam-A-Seam 2, and it's the light, okay? And you need a total of 5 yards of it. What I did to make it a little bit easier was I cut it into 1 yard increments, just because it made it much easier to deal with in the next step, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So the first thing I did was just took a straight ruler and lined it up on my cutting table and just cut it into 1 yard pieces. So real simple, nothing big, just got it cut. And next I'm gonna meet you over at the ironing board. But before that, I wanted to show you that on the back, they've got really nice detailed instructions exactly how to use this stuff. And it really is nice. I use it for a number of different projects. So let's head over to the cutting, or the pressing table, and I'll show you how I did this. This is Steam-A-Seam 2 that we're gonna be using. And this is what it looks like. This is made by the Worm Company. They also make batting. And it is made in the United States, and you can use it for a whole bunch of different things. A lot of people use it for applique mainly, but it also can be used for different crafts, that type of thing. And on the back side, it has all of the detailed instructions on how to use it, and it's in English and then a couple other languages so that you can use it. Now, one of the reasons why I like the Steam-A-Seam is because one side of it has this really soft grid so that it makes it really easy when you're trying to line something up because you've got these really nice lines to work with. The other reason why I really like it, you can peel back, you can peel back one side of it. And what I've been doing with this project is just peeling back a small portion of it at a time, what I'm working with. And you can see those light grid lines through here. I doubt you can see it on film, but you can see it. And it's really nice because it can help you to line up whatever it is that you're going to applique. Another thing that I like about it, it is sticky. See how it does? It is sticky, and the last thing that I really like about it is you can lay something down, you can get it positioned. Let me get it somewhat positioned. So I'm gonna lay it down and see, I got this bump in there. Can you see that bump? I can very easily just pick it up and move it. So it is repositionable, which is a nice thing to have, especially with applique, because if you put it in a spot that you're not real happy about, you can move it. So it is a very nice product, and I have used it for years and I've really never had any problems with it. So these are my squares, my hexagons, I'm sorry, and I'm just laying them down. I can get 8 of them on each 1 yard piece of Steam 2. I'm gonna keep opening it up. This is a white hexagon. Now on this one, I'm going to want to be really careful about making certain that there isn't anything in between the hexagon and the fusible before I fuse it down, because if there is, it will definitely show through. So that's something that you do want to be careful about, because once you've pressed this, it's down and it's not going anyplace. It's there. I got just a few more to place. Now this piece of paper that I'm peeling off, you don't want to get rid of that. That's an important piece for the next step in the project. I've tried using things like a pressing mat that you use a lot of times with applique, but it just doesn't seem to work as nicely with this project as the paper that I'm taking off. So hang on to that piece of paper, because we're going to need it in just a few minutes. You see, I'm just laying them down and then pressing them with my fingers just to make sure that I don't have any big creases or bumps or foldovers or anything like that. I'm down to my last 2, and I'm going to save that piece of paper because I do need it. And here goes another one. And here is my very last one. So I'm going to put it down. The next thing that I'm going to do, well, let's get this down first, Margaret, and then you can tell them. One step at a time, right, people? All right. So I'm down, I've got all of them down, they're all placed, they all look good. I don't look like I have gonna have any big bumps or foldovers or anything like that. And like I said, it is tacky enough that it holds it, but yet if I have to move it, I can. That's a good thing, and you want that. So I'm gonna take the piece of paper that I took off, and I'm just gonna lay it right over my paper, the hexagons, and I am going to try to line it up pretty good, because I don't want any more stuff on the bottom of my iron than what I have to have. And I'm just going to press this. Now you can press it with steam too. I mean, it's steam a seam. You can definitely use steam with it. Okay, so I'm just going to press it. Just running my iron over it. That's all there is to it. You'll feel if your iron gets some of the sticky stuff on it, because it'll start dragging across the paper. And I will tell you, after you've done any applique project, you really and truly need to take the time to clean your iron. And I've actually, on this part of the project, just doing the hexies down, I've cleaned my iron already twice, and I'm probably going to be giving it one more good clean before I go on to the second step. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see what it looks like. It doesn't look too bad. See? Not too bad. I got one strip there that I'll have to clean. And that just takes a second to do. So once you've pressed that down, you're just going to pick up your paper and pull it apart again. And now I'm gonna take it over to the cutting table and cut it up. I have the option of doing it a couple of different ways. I can either cut it with a rotary cutter or cut it with a pair of scissors. And honestly, I have found that the scissors work a lot better. So I'm gonna chunk it up into 8 chunks, then I will trim it up and be ready to go again. You're not going to want to use your good scissors. You're going to want to use a pair of scissors that you have in your sewing room for cutting paper. Please don't use your good ones, and do be prepared to have to wash your scissors up good. And I use rubbing alcohol to get the glue off of mine. All right, so I've come back over to the sewing table or the cutting table, and I've cut apart my hexagons just into chunks. Now you can use your rotary cutter if you want. I tried using it. It just was easier to stand with the scissors and cut it. But keep in mind you're gonna need to clean your scissors because they'll get all gummy, especially through here. And what I use to clean mine is just a piece of scrap cotton batting and some rubbing alcohol. So these are nice size hexagons. You're just going to trim them right on the line, and that's it. Now, this is a step that you're gonna do for all 40 of your hexagons, okay? So go get your hexagons going. I'm gonna get mine finished and get ready for the next step. So I will see you back when I'm ready for the next step. I'm back. I have managed to put all of my Steam-A-Seam 2 on all of my hexies. I picked 7 hexies out and I cut them in half to form my border. My next step is I've got my trusty pin cushion here, and I'm gonna crawl around on my hands and knees for a few minutes and pin all of these hexagons in place because I really like where they are and I like how they look. So come Friday, I'm going to show you how to easily remove the paper from the back of Steam-A-Seam 2. I'm going to show you how to go ahead and fuse these down, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to permanently attach them to the background fabric. So I can't wait to show you. I'm really excited about this quilt. I think it is so neat, and I think the person that ends up with it's going to really like it. So that makes me happy too. I hope you're having a great day. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to me. And if you like this video and you'd like more of them, please do give me a thumbs up. In the meantime, please find some time in your day for quilting. It's a wonderful stress reliever. Go have a great day. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.